What's going on, everyone? So there are reports that there may be a discrepancy as to who is going to be the starting point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers. So The Athletic reported that the projected lineups are fluid. Russell is the early favorite to start at point guard, but Vincent could earn the spot if he outplays him in training camp, team sources told The Athletic. D'Angelo Russell is the starting level point guard, right? Look, D'Angelo Russell is the better player. Some people may disagree. Some people feel otherwise. Some people just want D'Angelo Russell in another area, which I just don't subscribe to, right? Like, I just think that that's silly. D'Lo was great for the Lakers when we got him. He was dealing with a foot injury, which we knew because he relayed that, and so did the Lakers. But even without that, he averaged 17 points on 50% from the field and 42% from three. He was very good in the playoffs outside of that Denver series. We don't even get to that Denver series if it wasn't for D'Angelo Russell. The guy is talented. The guy can score. The guy was playing great off the ball. And D'Lo didn't even play 10 games. Like, the Lakers as a whole didn't even play 10 full games together before they got into the playoffs. Right? Like, give D'Lo an opportunity. Give D'Lo a chance. Now, defensively, he's bad. Don't get me wrong. But he did actually have some really good moments defensively in the Warriors series and the Memphis series. He was actually a lot better than he has been for other teams in the past and just in general. But he's never going to be some elite lockdown defensive guy. But what he provides is, 17, 5, and 5 or 17, 5, and 6. Like, this is a guy that on any given night can give you 20 plus and still dish out, 6 to 8 assists. Like, that's really good. And that's your third, maybe even fourth option with Austin Reeves. Like, how many teams have a guy like that? And again, his ability to play off the ball. He was really good off the ball for the Lakers. Really good playing off of LeBron and Austin Reeves. And he was really good at playmaking. He was one of our better playmakers. And him and Anthony Davis were top 3 in pick and roll in a just like short period of time. Like, D'Angelo Russell is going to help Anthony Davis a lot this year and just make things really easy for him. And his ability to just play make, right? Like, that is massive. And he's only going to be better at playmaking because he's going to be able to build chemistry and an understanding. We saw on several occasions D'Angelo Russell just like throw the ball away or make a bad pass. And it wasn't even him necessarily just making a bad pass or making a bad play. It was just that lack of chemistry. I thought you were going to be here and instead you were here. That's my bad, right? Because he didn't have time to learn anything. He didn't have time to learn players' habits. He didn't learn time to learn the playbook or anything like that. The Lakers basically threw this team together on the fly and say, go win a championship. And they almost did, right? D'Angelo Russell, the Lakers like him. He's the best point guard that they have. Austin Reeves, there's reports Austin Reeves might spend some time at point guard as well. But you can run, like, the beauty of our guards with Vincent, D'Lo, and Reeves is you have this interchangeability, which is really nice. So you could go Vincent and D'Lo. You could go Vincent and Reeves. You could go D'Lo and Austin Reeves. But our starting 5, the only real, starting discrepancy, I think, is maybe small forward, right? I think most likely our starting 5 is going to be D'Lo, Reeves, Rui, LeBron, and Anthony Davis, right? They didn't pay D'Lo $18.5 million to ride the bench, right? He didn't take a discount to ride the bench. Rui Hachimura, the Lakers didn't just pay him $17 million a year to ride the bench or to not start. But the 3 spot, I think you can make an argument for depending on the matchup, right? Because Rui isn't great guarding the twitchier threes. He's just not. He's not good at guarding the slimmer, quicker threes. Think of like a Mikal Bridges or something like that. He's better at like the bigger, beefier, right? Think of Aaron Gordon, right? He's good at that. The Draymond Greens. He's good at because he's just this big, burly guy. So I do think that there's an argument for Jared Vanderbilt in some spots, Taurean Prince in some spots. But point guard position, I think it's going to be as straightforward as it gets. D'Angelo Russell will be the starter. and then you have Vincent as the backup. And I like Vincent a lot. And look, I get the idea. Vincent was the starting point guard for a team that was just in the NBA Finals, and Vincent was great for the Heat. He was really good, but he still wasn't better than D'Angelo Russell, like in any category, like shooting, all of it. Like D'Lo is still better, and so look, I like Gabe Vincent a lot. I think him as the backup point guard for the Lakers is just chef kiss. I think he has the potential to be one of, if not the best backup point guards in the league. I wouldn't even be surprised, depending on the circumstances, if he was in the run for Sixth Man of the Year. The only reason I don't think he would win Sixth Man of the Year is I don't think he's going to score enough points. But I could see him with his hard-nosed defense, the amount of time that he plays, his ability to just, do multiple things. I could see him getting a couple nods. But he's not going to be the star. He's not better than D'Angelo Russell. And you're not sitting Reeves, right? You're not doing that. So Gabe Vincent is the guy that's going to come off the bench. He's going to be the Dennis Schroeder role, which I actually really like. I actually think he is a upgrade over Dennis Schroeder. Now, I do think that you can make an argument one way or another with those two, but I think what Gabe Vincent gives you is more consistency. Like, I think Gabe Vincent knows the type of player he is. He knows what he needs to do and bring to the table, and I think he's okay and will buy into that, and he does those things that he's good at better, where Schroeder at times I feel like thinks that he's better than he is, and at times, and I really like Schroeder. I've said repeatedly, I think Schroeder is arguably, if not the best backup point guard in the league. I don't think he's a starting level point guard, but I do think he's one of, if not the best backups in the league. Gabe Vincent, I feel like could be in that category, right? I think he legitimately can be a guy. He's not a great playmaker, neither was Dennis Schroeder. He's also bigger than Dennis Schroeder, brings that defense, can be that point of attack guard just like Dennis Schroeder was. My point is that Schroeder got played off the floor on numerous occasions. I don't think you'll have that problem with Gabe Vincent. I don't think you're ever going to see Gabe Vincent just get played off the floor, right? Unless it's just like a rare occasion. Like Dennis Schroeder, there was countless times where it was like, why are we even playing Schroeder right now? And it was just frustrating. I don't think you'll have that problem with Gabe Vincent. I think when he's on the court, you'll know it. Because I think he'll be able to round it out. But he's still not the guy. Now, will he start some games? Probably. Right? D'Lo's going to very likely miss some games. Everyone's going to miss some games. And look, I fully expect him to get some run, right? Like, he probably plays the two at spots, or D'Lo plays the two and he plays the point. Like, the beauty of the guards is the interchangeability. And so he's going to still get his 20 to 30 minutes a game. Not really worried about that. But as far as like starting, like, who's tonight's starter? It's D'Angelo Russell. Now, if D'Angelo Russell isn't playing, and he's taking the night off, then yeah, Gabe Vincent will be the starter. But going into the training camp, it's not going to happen otherwise. Now, look, I love some good competition. I absolutely think the idea should be up in the air, right? Like, I think it should be, look, whoever's the best gets to start, and you have these two just go at each other, and healthy competition is good. Good for the game of basketball. It's good for a team, right? It's good to know that your spot isn't safe and someone is creeping up behind you and you need to be on your A game, right? Healthy competition is very important and very valuable. That's why teams will overpay for a guy just so that way, because they know, like, this guy's good enough to make my main guy work. And make my main guy have to elevate his game so he doesn't feel safe. I'm all for that. There should be no starting, like, no one should be secured for starting. Austin Reeves, right? If Taurean Prince or Max Christie or, let's say Gabe Vincent is playing that good and D'Lo's playing that good, it's like, maybe we need to go D'Lo at the 2, Gabe at the 1, right? Like, nobody should be safe in the starting lineup role, except for Anthony Davis and LeBron James, right? They're your two superstars. But the 1 through 3, and especially that 3 spot, I think there are several guys that could easily plug and play that. The guard spot, the 1 and 2, in my opinion, is kind of down to like 2 or 3 guys. But what if Shafino comes in and he's just killing everybody? He's 6'6", 215, something like that. He's great. He's strong. He's good at finishing at the rim. Like, what if he comes in and he's just killing everybody? Right? Like, I think that you need to have that healthy competition. I think you need to kind of put that idea out there of like, hey, don't get comfortable. You're not guaranteed to start. Like, the idea is for you to start, but it doesn't mean you will. You got this guy over here who was just in the NBA Finals as the starting point guard. You don't think you really think he doesn't want to start for this team? You better watch out, dude, because he will. I love that. I absolutely love that. But same time, let's be real. Let's not kid ourselves. D'Angelo Russell, our starting 5, more likely than not, is going to be D'Lo, Reeves, Rui, LeBron, and AD. The only questionable spot, I think, is Rui at the starting 3. Outside of that, I think it's pretty straightforward, right? And I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, give us some good competition. Give us some good, just shit talking, all of it, But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you like the competition? Do you like the little back and forth? Do you think that Gabe Vincent should start? You think D'Lo should come off the bench? Do you think, no, D'Lo's good, he's a lock? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Again, love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below.